Oh shit, sorry. The microphone was off. It wasn't just muted. Fuck. Is the fan okay? Is it blowing into the microphone or is it alright? Fan sounds good. Alright, cool. Thank you. Alright, so I'm feeling better today, even more than I was feeling yesterday, but whenever I laughed yesterday, I had a coughing fit, so that wasn't happening before, so apparently I'm still not 100%, so apologies, I might be feeling a bit out of it or coughing. Thank you, Hugs and Misses, for the resub. Thank you, Bedazzling Dazzler, for the 400 bits. Thank you, Bouncy Bob, for gifting a sub to Doog Food Lid. Dog Food Lid, Barely Lucas for the 7-month resub, Sereth the Sly for the 30-month resub, Coke Monster for the 5-month resub, Ale Larsum for the 4-month resub. I think of Brie Larson every time, I don't know why. V Red V for the 26-month resub, Not FM for the 6-month resub, Orito Gape or Gip for the 17-month resub, 77 Hockey for the 30-month resub, Ranikel for the 19th-month resub, Kriegers for the 13-month resub, Cahill555 for the 28-month resub, Cold McDonald's for the 4-month resub, and Indie Gamer Luke at me for the 13-month resub. Thank you, Indie Gamer Luke. 2077 get delayed again? Someone showed me some footage that got leaked of it, and looking pretty rough. But I don't know where the source came from, it's just... yeah. Okay, so we're in trial number, or episode 2, or trial 2, after, it's really the first main trial, because the first trial is the tutorial trial, but it had more depth to it than it usually does, I think. Excuse me. So, let's see if we can get in and actually show some of the different characters and shit. Larry Butts is back. Alright, this is still a little too loud. I'm gonna turn down touch on OBS as well. Okay, so there's no murder, which is interesting. It looks like there isn't going to be a murder unless there's a murder in the during the recess when you go on your second investigation. I hope there isn't, because that's interesting to me that that it wouldn't be a murder case. I like that. So this guy is Mask the Mask, who is a gentleman thief. He's a phantom thief. It's very much like Persona. So I'm guessing that they have the same inspiration. And this guy is Mask the Mask. We found that out. He's turned himself in, and this is his wife. And this is the Luke at me, who is the rival of this guy. Even though he's the thief, this guy seems a bit more evil to me, but I don't know. So they're having a treasure exhibit at a museum for the urn that was in the second game that Pearl broke and put back together, and someone stole it, and it's kind of implied that it wasn't him, even though he's being kind of weird about it. He's a very strange character, and I'm not really sure where it's going. This character is back from the end of the second game, and is the curator or the manager of the museum exhibit. For some reason, Mia is involved in this. I don't know what that's all about. So we've been hired to defend Mask the Mask, even though we're the victim, because the urn came from Maya's village, and we are trying to figure it all out, I guess. She claims that her husband isn't Mask the Mask. He's just a really big fan, and he's too timid and weak to be Mask the Mask. But the real damning evidence is here, that this emblem on the mask up here matches the calling card that they send, and apparently this has never been leaked to the press. So the fact that it's the same really is like a slam dunk that it's him, but that could be a red herring. He might have found it from somewhere else. Larry Butts has shown up because he's just fucking Christopher Walken. Like, oh my god, it's Larry Butts. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else going on. Gumshoe is trying to investigate. This guy set a trap the night that that Mask the Mask was going to come in and steal it, and he got knocked out from the sword. I'm sure there's lots of little details that I'm missing, but I'm sure they'll recap them. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring 50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Red diamond. Who is a red diamond? Didn't this guy have a red diamond on his ring, or a red jewel on his ring? KB Security. Alright. Okay, let's continue. Hey, come on now. You're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two, it's just on, huh? Like brunette on. And you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up old times. I'm going to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. Alright, do we have to talk to Larry? Larry Butts. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. Whoa, aren't they like good friends? Like, and what's with those clothes? You look well weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. And I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore. You got dumped again? Well, you know Benifer? I prefer Brish myself. I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer, Caddy Tom, I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Yes. Well, actually, anyway, it sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women, they're so... Oh. But you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. Why are you here? So what are you doing here anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Damn, are nice guys. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet. You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Ron's wallet, found by Larry at his part-time security jobs company building night of the crime. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Wait, what? Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know. Uniforms in general are just great. Doesn't matter. A security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform's all about. Wallet. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi. You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. Okay, so I'm having like a Joe-ment. Is KB is completely different from where the exhibit was, right? Lordly Taylor, that's where it is. All right, so KB is completely different. All right, I don't really know where KB is. All right. Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there, you mean, Mr. Delight? Sure, here, take a look at this. Oh yeah, because he's a security guard. Yeah, that's what Desi said. Alright, it's right here in his wallet. What's this card? Ooh, it's a key card for the security company. See, it's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you are working part-time in a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making a scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this keycard. Keycard added to the court record. Found inside Ron's wallet, apparently used for the building of his part-time job. Is there a secret tunnel that connects KB to Lordly Taylor, or what? Okay, are we done? Okay, we can't just leave Larry here. Are we? Okay. Hey, Larry, what do you think about this guy? Larry, what about this person? Beats me. What the? All of a sudden he's got nothing to say? Alright, what do you think about this person? That Desi's one awesome lady, alright. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. A long time, huh? Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya. I don't think even he knows what he's saying anymore. What do you think about this guy? I just thought of something. What if it's actually a hot chick under that costume? Forget about it. It's a guy, trust me. Man, you're killing my buzz, dude. Boy, talk about someone who has one-track mind. Larry, I think you'd still go for it, bro. Even you could learn a few tricks from me, Nick. Yeah, like what? Look at my hair, for example. It points up straight, right? But your hair, on the other hand, points backwards. That's no good at all, man. It's defeatist. You gotta aim high for the stars. I can't find a counter-argument to that. That's true. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing that there's nothing really to... Maybe the blackmail thing? Hey, Larry, what about this? What? If you've got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. I don't have that kind of money. No. No, you don't understand this. I'm a letter sent to Ron to life. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. What? Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security around the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got a part-time job at KB Security. What does the KB stand for? What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. Alright. You didn't touch anything in the wallet, did you? Hey man, be serious. You know what I was interested in? If Mask the Mask doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. So you sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. Whoa, you need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Key card updated in the court. Okay, I really hate it when the games do this. I hate it when the games like give you something and then you have to present the same thing that you were just given to the person who gave it to you to get more information. Like it just okay. Should I just present everything just to see? What about this? Okay. Okay, let's do this. I think everything else. Yeah, we're good. All right, can we go? I guess we're going to KB Security at some point. Hey, dude. I like his music. Oh, he's not here. I can't present his wallet to him. Shit. Oh. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work. Yeah, in fact, I'm on the job right now. Really? Thank you, Ludo Narrative Distrack for the 19-month resub, Tribe King for the 4-month resub, Micrologist for the 31-month resub, WeLink 1000 for the 29-month resub, Puzzled Turnabout Nice for the 4-month resub, Ciolus for the 10-month resub, Falco 5 for the 20-month resub. Every time I see Falco, I think of that, That song by the Bloodhound Gang. Slooey for the 3813 sub, Mickey C1 for the 313 sub, and Logol, one of those for the new sub. Welcome, thank you. That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So, what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes, sigh. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see, about 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road, anyway. Damn. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lord B. Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron DeLight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa! Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Yeah, but just his wallet was there, not him. Hey Nick, your phone. Beep. Hello? Is this the Wright residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lord Lee Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. I'm at KB Security. Pearlie, where are you right now? I was walking along and found myself in front of that person's office. That person. Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Zavari when he's excited. Luke at me, ace detective. Okay, stay right there, we're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Beep. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now sounded like real cutie? Like... is there an A missing? Another one of your ahem special friends? Say goodbye, Mr. Light for me, would you, Larry? Go fuck yourself, Larry. Alright, where are we going? October 12, at me Detective Agency. Was that back there before? Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, Pearlie, I never thought I'd see the two of you again. So, is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Now that you mention it. This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. It's the urn! Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open up his private property. Sure we can, don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? What's in the bag? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Eek, he's here. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? No lollygagging. What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zavari. What's Zavari? Zavari. Urban Dictionary, Zavari. When you find out something or are excited from Ace Attorney. Fuck. Zavari, you are a lawyer and you are... Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? What? Wow, Nick, sounds like it's gonna be real exciting. Really exciting. Alright. Tomorrow's trial. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. This is true. Yeah, should have stuck to art. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke at me, will take the stand. And then, Zavari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. The judge. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Sorry, got it. Got it. You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. Are we gonna have to wait for him a lot to try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty? Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is the mask. Delight the mask? He, my dear lady. Times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you'll understand this when you are more mature. Godot. Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor, whose equal cannot be found in this country but in heaven. Waiting for Godot is a great play. Highly recommend it. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot. But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Chadworth. Isn't that right, Nick? Nah, he fucked off. It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this, but ace prosecutor Miles Chadworth is currently traveling abroad. So your lawyer ranking is out of date, huh? In fact, it was Mr. Chadworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the look-at-me of the prosecutor's office. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Once again, I'm reminded of how no one takes Phoenix seriously when he's defeated the best prosecutor, Chadworth, best prosecutor, Von Karma, best prosecutor, Von Karma again, the rookie killer, Payne, fucking twice. Like, brought down fucking Chief Damon. Like god damn. He, Sir Lawyer. The stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. The game is afoot, a new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief, a deadly trial, a deadly murder. This will be one tough trial. To be continued. Save your progress, of course. October 13, 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey Nick, what is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mask to Mask glossy I bought. You bought this where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse, they have all sorts of things for sale. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's very Steel Samurai. A shot of Mask to Mask striking a pose. Mask to Mask publicity photos stuck into the court record. What? Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it super hot. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me. Ugh. He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Dusty, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. Aw, man. That's why are you smiling when you say it? Simpin' ain't easy. Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is masked or not, but there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. He ate it. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I'll guess I have to trust Desiree. Desiree? It's Desiree, right? October 13, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. Wait, what? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron DeLight. Jordy LaForge is the attorney? The defense is ready, Your Honor. All right. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? You ready to rumble? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. He's got the same kind of vibe as that fucking Desperado cowboy from the last one in the first game. Who are you? This is the first time you're seeing him? I'm Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Yeah, like that's how they all start. He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Petty crime. None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. So he's... I am also an undefeated prosecutor. Never, but you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before, either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law. It's the mask, huh? Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. Or our balls. This guy is the real DL, alright, Nick? Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So, we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. What did I fucking say when we had Desperado Cowboy and I said all prosecutors have to pick a theme from a hat? Did I have fucking like robot in there? I guess he just has a fucking mask on. He's not really... I don't know what that is. Like, fucking hell, man. So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just don't have any friends, Nick. Who is this masked man? I returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Godot. It's not Godot, it's Godot, Your Honor. Is it the same guy? Is it? I want to go see a picture of that guy now. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trey. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Oh man, he doesn't fuck around. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. 1 second. Thanks. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Fucking Gumshoe. My name is, we're 3 voices now. No one has asked for your name, witness. Fuck, I don't know if his voice fits him, but whatever. I don't have that many voices. It's that or fucking Yusuke or Celeste. I don't think we want Celeste's voice. Irk. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Yeah, that doesn't fit at all. I think that the cowboy voice fits better. It's not perfect, but whatever. I wish I could do Geralt. What's Geralt's voice? Place of power. Gotta be. No, that's just like me, like the cowboy voice, but a little bit more me. Start talking. We're listening. I'm a witcher. Yes. Yes, sir. All right, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yeah, the urn. Yes, sir. Mask Damask's crimes. Mask Damask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask Damask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. I mean, the urn isn't that valuable, though. That's been brought up a few times. So then the actual identity of this Mask Damask is Mr. Godot. What what are you? Wait, where'd that come from? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless light, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. Pass him up here. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Mask Damask who stole the urn. Alright. Mask Damask is a master thief who first started his crimes 6 months ago. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. What? An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my finger shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Press harder. Always press. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who's this person? Zavari? He sounds German. His name is Luke at me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Urk. It looks like the thief is toying with me, even now. Alright, that was an exchange. He's so confident that he sends a calling card. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. Oh, this isn't... Oh, fucking Pokemon Snap. Alright. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. Oh wait, maybe it is. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Mask Damask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. Thank you, the Angry Android, for the 513 sub. Thank you, Bouncy Bob, for 100 bits. Thank you, Nightmask311, very fitting, for the 313 sub. Thank you, Fife Fluorite 91 for the 413 sub. Fun name to say, but I struggle with it, sorry. And Bouncy Bob for another 100 bits. Thank you so much. His 5th heist and your 5th screw up, huh? Whoa, what are we hating on Gumshoe for? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atney retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections in the undercourt. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Is Chadworth spying them all? Lovely, the Tear of Emanon finally added to my collection. I'll give it to you, Von Karma. I don't fucking care. Get your foolish gifts out of here. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we're sure it was Mask the Masker. It fits his MO to a T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? MOT? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. Ugh, I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seems to know all about the security system. Okay, that is it then. This is the same one. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions. That's right, it means that Mask the Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Mask the Mask who stole the urn, but there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Mask the Mask. But, also the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Mask the Mask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Mask the Mask that did it. Mask the Mask is Master Thief. Oh shit. Okay, I thought we were gonna have to press and do some shit here. Okay, like we can say that this isn't really... It's not precious? That contradicts that, but is that the contradiction it wants? It's gotta be that. Alright. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Godot was silent throughout that whole thing. Was he just drinking his coffee? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? I don't fucking know. The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it, and I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask the Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you were saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask the Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask the Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? Why... Well, this does not seem like we should care. We should just care about Ron, right? But whatever, okay. This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. Just put some fucking Nesquik in there and make it a mocha. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Drink your own coffee. Sorry, I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask the Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask the Mask's methods. A fake. A fake de mask? Fake de mask. That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trey. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. I don't think that's how it works, Judge. We don't have to prove that. What? We don't... No, is it? Is it, though? Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Prove the negative, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lord Taylor tonight was in fact Fake Damask. I'm a lawyer. Okay, anything to do with Ron, we don't want that yet, right? Because we're not connecting it. It's just about the mask. Photostorm, is it something to do with this? The calling card? Flashing decreases vital works of art, sends the calling card before the heist. Is there something wrong with this compared to the other one? And what is the badge? He didn't have his bag. He doesn't have the big thing on his chest. Is that it? I mean, that just might be for his publicity. Like, I mean, that is an inconsistency, but that might not be what it wants. Okay, so does it want the publicity photo or this one? I guess this is proving that he was there. Let's try this before we go into something else. This proof is right here. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera, but if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what about this picture is so peculiar. This fucking shit over here. Okay, so I guess no one ever did go in. Like, the box was here because it had the paint on it, so it was just kept here, and he picked it up, and then he just posed like he was coming out, and that's why there's only one photograph of him, because there's no photograph going in. I feel like the game forgets that there should be two photographs whenever someone goes in and goes out again, so I'm not sure about that. All right, so it was here, right? It's right here, of course. You mean Mask to Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Yeah, good thing you did. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the mask's chest. A breach. Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. Do you really have a steed? A brooch, Your Honor. It's sort of a clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the Mask to Mask in the security camera photo... Ah, he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on the mask's calling card and serves as a symbol. I mean, is it though? But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Mask to Mask is a fake. Or maybe he only wears the brooch when he's doing his publicity. He has two versions of the costume. I've been fooled again! Come along, brooch. Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, you're an all-star. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Bring my coffee. Oh, Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Oh, well, it's my first trial, Your Honor. Ha, the brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this? That's Mask to Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Amy Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Grr, this guy is one cool customer. Who is sliding the coffee? It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? Does he have a Maya? Just like, you know, foo. That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Oh, hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rhonda Light's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off by something. Some clothing. Or something like that. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. The mask's brooch added to the court record. Found in the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. You mess with Godot. You're gonna know? And you get burned. Okay. Igni. Grr, he's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. Salary-cutting noises. That doesn't sound good at all. Poor Gumshoe. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh, silence. Hee. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zavari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Wow, how the fuck did you solve that mystery? Oh, well, yes, that's right. Not bad at all. Really? You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specialty-made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes, if Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, he has a thing there, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the King of Thieves, the Great Master Mask, my archenemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. What I witnessed. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? And so then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely, that is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Yeah, that makes sense. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended from where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. That sounds like bullshit. It could only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby W a stunts. Dang, tell him, right? Tell him! Just began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How shall I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? No. Nice. Nice. Good. Good. Let's continue with the testimony. Darkness fell before I could land a single strike. Okay, so if you didn't land a single strike, how did his button get torn off? Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Yes. Like multiple times. Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? I mean, but we were just hanging out in a courtroom. We weren't expecting someone to come along. You were on the case. Fucking like Chase is on the case. The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. Yes. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? How was Elysium? It's where Hades kind of falls apart, IMO. No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Okay, so I think that it's like, how did the badge get torn off? But maybe not. Let's try it and see if that's it. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask the Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security that night, you, Detective Atme. Whoa! Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Happens every court battle. Every trial. There we go. Got there eventually. Yes, I'm a judge. I know what they're called. I know. Wait just a moment, Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I'm not there right now. He. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's why I always say, Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so you're now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, look at me, agree completely. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, and they were not enough. But they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. And that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask the Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Fight with the thief. Okay, I didn't really follow that, so, hopefully this isn't too tricky. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer, elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Of course, about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat-detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. How'd they have it? Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. That's a weird detail. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? What does that mean? Discombobulated. Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. What a productive exchange. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by a weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, look at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the sword. So the thief armed himself with the sword. And what about yourself, witness? True gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college, I was second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Cogniferous, powericious. I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Of course, you were blinded? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This look at me guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Well, I'm glad one of us is Phoenix. Alright. And what is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it. That's the at-me fighting style? Then how'd it hit you in the back of the head? Well, Mr. Wright, what about the testimony? It's very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Nah, you're a rip, Judge. You have nothing to worry about. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Put my back to the wall to fight, but this blow landed upon my third eye. Where's this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atme got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I've got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm sure now. He's hiding something. Okay. Shh. Blow to the black of the head. Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. Checkmate. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. Thank you, Shabatu, for the 213 sub. Symbol of Avarice for the 713 sub. Bill Nye, the Cream Pie Guy, for the 1213 sub. Welcome to the 1 year club. Doc Robins for the 23-month resub. Naomi Trash for the 25-month resub. And B Rain 27 for the 4-month resub. Thank you so much. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. Which is it? I hardly think you could forget where you were hit in the head. Well, it depends on how hard you was hit in the head. Or it seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? Yeah, Phoenix, what do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hit the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Objection. Oh, objection. Objection. That was a pretty normal voice, actually, for him. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Whoa, really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. And a coffee cup should be clean when you're finished with it. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atme is no detective. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Mr. Atme is masked the mask. Okay, I want to say that Mr. Atme did did the crime. I don't want to say that well, that's the closest to it. I don't think Mr. Atme is actually Mask the Mask. I think he just did this one. Let's just do it. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Mask the Mask. Yarg. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh please, the explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask the Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask the Mask. The security camera belongs to the Lordly Taylor department store. You shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. You didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? No. Aha. The Mask's MO is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. How'd you put the mask on? You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, sir lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it. Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume Uh-oh. Objection. Okay, Judge, come on. That can't be Godot Blend 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trey. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. I'm gonna let the assault go. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Mr. Mask the Mask is right here, has yet to be found. I think it's yet to be found. I don't think we have it. I don't think, let's save it. We're gonna save it, just in case, because I don't know how this works. I don't think we have, can I see the evidence? What evidence do we have? Yeah, I don't think we have it. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Ugh, I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion, sorry. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But, are you going to just give up and let us lose this? Yes. So you've come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything left to add or whatever. Who? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, it looks better now. That's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. I begin the judge. Order, you, madame. That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Sacred urn updated to the court record. Found in the office of Luke Atme has pink splotches all over it. Okay, this is a bit suspicious. This is kind of sus. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Ha, pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved. For casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. That's a good point, actually, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madame, this town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have witnessed. God damn, I didn't read that well. Sorry, you're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Testify about what I saw. Show fingerprints on the urn. I can't prove anything yet. I was in there and I felt it, but that's not really slammed. Let's just fucking do it. What's wrong? Isn't it your job to come up with something to say? Nick, come on, it should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we? You're right, I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round and smooth, too. Yes, it must have been the urn, it must have, but I never actually saw it with my own eyes. Atme walked in just when I was about to have a look at it, so even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. You're right. It looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Trite. In this town overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth. Nicky boy. Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify about it from another angle. What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet? There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Let's try fingerprints, sure. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Oh yeah, he wears gloves. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday, and there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Leon... What? Pearl? When she went in to the bag? Did she go in there? Ron? If Ron stole it, his fingerprint should be on it. Oh, ours, because we touched it. Because it was hard, because we touched it. So what is this stuff about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Nice. That's a good detail, actually. That's pretty cool. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? He touched the butt, and I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Go on. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office.
Objection!
Did you touch the urn back in the day when it was trial number 2 in fucking Ace Attorney 2? Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it. Yeah, the fingerprints are gone. Nice. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atmey Detective Agency. Hurrah! This blend, Godot Blend 107. I decided it's a little too bitter after all. Oh shit. Order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Whoa. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask the Mask. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Hee 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 hee, ha ha ha, whoa whoa whoa. Alright, well, this is bullshit. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmey's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Not guilty. Confetti court. Woo, confetti court. You're wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me, I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. No. I don't know what kind of kangaroo... I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge... What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Okay, so we're gonna have to prove which one is the real one? Now this is kangaroo court. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ah, hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask the Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail. I swear. Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Well, let's all have a listen to this confession. Do, 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 do. The truth is, I've been mask to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually mask to mask, can you? Sure, I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night. I really like this sprite with his head tilted like that. That's my favorite one. It's really good. And dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Oh, he said dancingly descended. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all. Doo-doo. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me, anyway. Ha. Good old Blend 109, you're doing great. Hee hee hee. Stop it, Mr. Godot, you're embarrassing me. Whoa. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Why did you hire us then? Let's hire the best defense attorney in the country to go up against the guy that I've asked to make sure I get convicted. All right, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Sigh. The truth is, I've been mask to mask all along. You may think you're the real mask to mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity. I mean, believe me, I've got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. Yeah, let's press harder. Always press. Always press. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals, even though she just speeds all the time. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic, but she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-aholic. So you have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I beg of you. So you became a flamboyant phantom thief just to make sure that your wife doesn't leave you? I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually mask to mask, can you? I mean, I can't even prove that the judge isn't mask to mask. I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real mask to mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? He's got a good point. Yeah, go ahead and prove it. Maybe because you're the one making an outrageous claim for a change. Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be mask to mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Light couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. Well, you kind of do, but, like, your wallet was there, not you. You've got no alibi? I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No, that's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement where her house... Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If you can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of kake. Well, you're right, but... you think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? I do. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Oh, I do. I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. Can't wait for you to get angry, Godot. I thought I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show the court evidence that proves that the client was in the crime. Okay, so is it the card or the lost wallet? Lost wallet.
Take that!
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. Well, what? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he had a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lord Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. Okay, I'm really glad that he just did that so we didn't have to go and prove that. That wouldn't waste the time according to Larry anyway. Larry could be wrong. Who's Larry? Bring him in. Testify, Larry. Testify. Who the fuck are you? Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? This coffee's delicious. And stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KB Security's CEO's office. No! Ha, that was a pretty good try, Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. Do we? Grr, this stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. This, right? Okay, but isn't this also going to support the idea that he's, whatchamacallit? Mask the mask? Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... what is it? Wish I could read. A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. But blackmail? Yes, basically it says, bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security CEO office, a full half hour away from the scene of the crime. No. Oh, getting angry? Order. So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. Objection. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Godot Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. Number 107, Godot Perfect Blend, what are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. I mean... Whoa. I mean, it doesn't have to be the CEO just to meet them there. This is a reach, accusing a man of blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. It's Larry, right? That he knows about the record? Or is it just the key card? It says person, so I'm guessing it's Larry. Who is this useless-looking young man? I think you've seen him a few times, Judge. You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise up in my throat. Just added a word there. I'm really great. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Don't blame him. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they used in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Blah! Shit. Literally, wrong cup. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Found in Ron's wallet, used on Twitter. Okay, alright, but that just means that the card was used, not him. Okay, but that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask in this photo. Ha, it looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then, Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be masked to mask. Good job, you did it, Nick. Well, I mean, it was impossible for him to be masked to mask for this one, but then... what the fuck is going on here? That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Humph. Did she find out that he really was it, and this is her trying to clear his name? But how did she get him on it, or? Because it seems like this is the legit calling card. He was going to do it, but why would he steal this when he wants it for the money? Maybe she did this and she set this up, or? It's like if this is legit what he was going for, maybe he was. Does it say he's gonna steal the urn? Come for the urn display. Press the urn display. Okay, it doesn't specifically say the urn, but like it could mean something else, I guess. So and then the blackmail letter comes later to interrupt his robbery, and then it still goes through while he's gone to try and what? Okay, okay, very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Confetti court! Yeah, alright, easy trial. Court is now adjourned. Alright, now is someone going to die? October 13, 2:24 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 4. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Ah shit, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, Pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this. God, I hope Larry dies. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Youch, she slapped me. Pearly. This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Gasp. Mr. Nick. Yes? You're even worse than I thought, going behind the back of your own client. No, you got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Ow, a double slap. Damn, super effective. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trey. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Cain Bullard was discovered. Oh, that was fast. Alright. Cain Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, but body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean, now prove that he wasn't there. That's right, amigo. At the same time the cute little urn was being stolen, that's great! That's great! Fucking hell. The CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Helped me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard, an employee of KB Security. It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you. Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trey. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you, the Undercourt. You don't know, but we were in school together too. Me, you, and Chadworth and Larry Butts. You're the one you stole. Larry stole my money, and I'm here to fucking get my revenge. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. No, he's not. This guy's fine, but he's like no Von Karma. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder, and the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Ronnie! Oh, he's Shy Ronnie! Oh, nice! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? After we clear him for murder, he's going to be arrested for something even more damning. October 13th, 3:02 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Who's the last person I said thank you to? I think it was Naomi Trash, right? Thank you, B Rain 27 for the 4-month 3 sub. Thank you, Cover Tactician for the new sub. Welcome. Thank you, Uber 2013 for the 11-month 3 sub. Thank you, Gray Taxi for the new sub as well, and Clum JC for another new sub. Thank you so much. We got a break coming up, but let's just go until we actually are at 2 hours. It'll be a slightly longer break because I have to walk the puppies. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Light was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose, I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm going to head back to Crane Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm going to bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy she forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred urn given to Pearls. I mean, isn't the urn kind of evidence right now? Or, like, Now, remember, no fighting, okay? And what was that weird thing about the statue glowing? Or is that just complete bullshit? She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. What to do? So what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Whoa, speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center too. Alright, sacred urn. You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it, huh? Don't at me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Dude, I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to. Oh, it wasn't an inconsistency. It's actually been put back together better. Wait, what? Oh yeah, you're right. Plus the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Huh. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I Am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Crane Village. Huh. Yeah, I suppose. Now I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time. Crane Village. Was it broken again and then fixed properly, or is it a fake? So I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training. Yet, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're going to train, you have to be serious, otherwise real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village, it happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the crane technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So, when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Bang. Merry Christmas. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being the master of Crane is going to be a heavy responsibility. I'm a lawyer. So you've still got that badge, I see, huh? Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? Yeah, I guess I just didn't think you'd keep on being one for this long. You have to admit, you've had some close brushes with death because of your job. I fail to see how being a lawyer I fail to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling dead people. Okay, so, like, we've caught, like, what, 3 or 4 typos so far, and it's only case 2? There's more in this game than the other 2. Or maybe I'm just seeing it. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just go down the list. 213, Lord Detailer, Main Exhibition Hall. The Treasures of Crane exhibit is all ruined now. Maya, I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask the Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Let's go get some hamburgers. October 13. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews, what's she still hanging around down here for? So how is it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's already been taken over already. Taken care of already? What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask the Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Just glossing over that. Just like, who gives a shit? The Mask's identity. I just heard about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the Mask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So when was that? When was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Mask the Mask's calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. That's kind of weird. So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What, so Mask the Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask the Mask pretty well. We haven't dealt with the purple yet. I'm so glad you got your sacred urn back, yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. I mean, it's completely different, really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? You're being pretty fucking sus. Uh-oh. Psyche locks, the worst system in the history of gaming. Here we go. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. I dropped it and put it back together again. Alright, let's go. Okay, do we have enough to present this or no? Let's find out. The sacred urn. This is the urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. See, what happened was actually I dropped it and it broke, but I needed more time to fix it, so I got Atme to dress up as Mask the Mask and to pretend to steal it to buy more time for me to fix it, which I did, but then he went to court and just went fucking nuts and just declared himself Mask the Mask because he's off his fucking rocker. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at trial was genuine? No. This? The I am? Like, is that the only thing we have of the urn? Yeah, it took the urn away. Okay, that's the only thing that we have. Well, Miss Andrews, see, look, it was a fake after all, huh? I mean, your evidence is fake too, as I expected. So I miss you, or do you have... No, we don't. No, I want to back off. Alright. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Trace, Don't see the color of the pins anyway important. Statue wasn't where it is now the first time I came here, right? Yeah, it was next to the door, wasn't it? Well, if somebody moved it, it was probably mask to mask. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mr. Game, he stole the urn. Hey, cut out again. Okay, this is the same as last time. I don't think there's anything new here. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's back. Fucking spooky. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually mask to mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. But wasn't he in charge of the mask to mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He says something like, well, there's nothing like a good murder case, pal. Points for the quality of the impression. Thanks, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust. Maya. Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya. Okay, if there's nothing here, why are we allowed to come back here? Maybe we come back here later. Alright, so we go back to the law office. Oh, we can go to Damask's hideout. Oh, Nicky Boy, Maya, Miss Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky Boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright. I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Miss Delight had such a vulnerable side. Oh, it's still there! The letter's still there. So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh? Do you think this Miss Delight knows about this? Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that. I wonder if we should tell her about it. I think it'd be smarter if we didn't. Listen carefully, Nicky Boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, please die, please die. He would never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky Boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief, the very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky Boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? For you. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Dude. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. But you hate crimes. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try and find out more about the Real criminal. The Real criminal? Yes, obviously the Real mask to mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atmey knew more about mask to mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV, so then you went there to ask him some questions? That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, the ace detective isn't in right now. He has a secretary? But I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday, too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Was Atmey like making fake replicas of the things that were stolen so he could claim that he was returning them? Was the other thing the crown that he got back, or was it something else he got back? Was that a fake too? There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crown on someone else. Huh. Miss Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. Was he quit? Did he quit, or was he fired? It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. She doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is. Light so he takes you through your car. Nice. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime, or better yet, how about now? Yeah, let's do it. No, I'll pass. Thanks. Why don't you just tell me where it is and we'll go ourselves? Haha, what a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Thanks. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. No, first we have to love at first sight. So was it really love at first sight when you first met the Light? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please, stop it! He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. Wait, what? Is he wearing a plastic bag? That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. like Bart, like, if you get hit, it's your own fault? Like, what? All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. Sniff, sniff. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. Nope. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Gulp. You did get taken hostage! And we did save you! Kind of. We tried. We tried. Alright, detention center. October 13, detention center visitors room. I already told you, it's not me. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, and we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick. Oh, we just go straight to the CEO's office. Interesting. October 13, KB Security, CEO's office. Oh, it's a safe. Is it the same safe that we saw earlier? I don't think so. I think it's a different safe. ACB. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What has it got to do with anything? It looks like he, like, spilled out of the safe. Is it like a preservation safe? Anyone who's in the safe, pal. If you put a body in this safe, when it came out, it would like he was killed right away. If you killed someone and put it in there, it would be great. I don't know how that's relevant, but there we go, pal. What has it got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Ho, 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 ho. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? Yeah, if the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway, the point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs, and I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. Ha ha ha, that was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Does it? Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there, but they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to the guard about this emergency buzzer. Emergency buzzer added to the court record. Okay. This is a nice desk. This must have been the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I thought it would. What do you mean? It's nice! Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out just for a second. Oh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you. Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it. Alright, it's break time. Alright, so I'm going to walk the puppy, so I might be able to get that done in 10 minutes, but we'll see. Go brush your teeth, walk around, do what you gotta do. Alright, sorry about that. Thank you, Clum JC, for the new sub. I might have said thank you for that last time, but just in case, or if not, another thank you. Thank you, Raphael Ambrosius Costo, for the bits. OG Rancho for the 413 sub. Cannel change name to talk to you for the 100 bits. Prison Riot for the 1113 sub. Yidicus7, there we go, we got there, for the 313 sub. 2 Hamburglar 79 for the new sub, welcome. Houston Moose for the 313 sub, and Mark Zapan for the 2113 sub, thank you very much. It's so hot in here, holy fuck. Okay, I'm setting an alarm for another 2 hours, just to make sure that we're not sitting for 2 hours. And we might go a little later today to finish the trial, depending on where we are. But we'll see. Hey, whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. What about import coffee? This is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. Wow, this safe is unbelievable. I bet 4 pearls would fit in there. And it's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it. It's pretty amazing, alright. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors. Hey Nick, come on, let's open it and take a look. If I broke into one of these, wouldn't that set me down the path to Hoodlumville? Oh, that's it? Huh, okay. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think this string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean the victim, he was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious, can she? Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah, what did you find out, Nick? This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask Damask. It's filled with info on him. Is my game glitching when it keeps moving back and forth with that? It's happening a few times. It's kind of weird. What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon, 100,000. Maybe it's the CEO, is it? And this wasn't sent to Ron. It was sent by Ron. Ron. It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon, 100,000. This was a list of all the treasures that Master Mask stole. So then 100,000 is the value of the stolen item. I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. King's list added to the court record, found on the table at the crime scene. Wow, look at that huge frame photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against the dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Yeah, this guy didn't get out enough or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. It's weird that we haven't seen the victim. Like, I thought we would have... Is it in the... That's weird. These look like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. Enough. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? It looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hard to handle. It'd be a good night's reading if you got insomnia. Nope, I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Okay, are we done? Alright, let us talk to the pickle. What happened? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Well, okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is... Oh, there we go. Kane Bullard. Okay. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn, huh? Autopsy report added to the court record. Can't wait for this to be updated. Cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. Okay. But why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape for when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. Detective at me. So, what happened to Damask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Ho, 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 ho. Oh, man, this is gonna be really confusing with all the fucking, like, who's the real one? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Ho, ho, ho. Now, that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. He was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heists took place. Heists. I was hiding at the crime scene. Heh, yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Uh-oh, this is important. The gem and the thief. Stolen. Hey, this guard here, haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... An article on Master Mask's first heist. Is it... Is it Ron? It's really hard to see. Precious gems here are priceless. Huh. Prosecutor Godot. Oh, the prosecutor, I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot, he's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office, came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway, but no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gave me goosebumps. He must be from Undercourt. Goosebumps? You? I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. No? It went away? Oh man, now I have blue nose. Fuck! Goosebumps, you? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe, I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Alright, let's present everything to you that you just gave us. This was his first heist, and I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was going to get him, so I was careless and lost the info on the witness. The witness, do you mean the guard in this photo? Yeah, he and the detective worked together to try to catch Master Mask, but he got away anyway, huh? That guard. I got the weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. Okay, so it's either Ron or it's Larry, I guess. It's kind of hard to tell from the picture. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Sorry, it's hard to believe there's a limit how much we're at all. Okay, that's the I don't have anything to say about that. So about this. Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya. What's wrong? We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? It's nothing. It's just my billfold. That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. Fuck is a billfold? Okay, we have nothing new about the urn to show to Adrian, so how are we gonna get that? Security room. The fuck? 1213, keep security guard office. Wow, this is really something else. Hey Larry. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. Keep a security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be... Hey Nick, what's up? What's up? So he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone, and in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Bullard's dead? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here is a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. Whoa. What's going on? The fuck is this? That's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. Oh, shit. There's tears spilled all over that machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. Still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. Something is written on this poster in fine print. Regards 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. 1. Obey thy superior. 2. Respect thy superior. 3. Smile at thy superior. 4. Salute thy superior. 5. Buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed, Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Wow, she's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with her real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Thank God. Here's my subordinate, though. A lot of heart. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen? I kinda do, actually. It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry, what are they? Did you say Hey man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Decorative. Oh boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Those screens that show what's going on all over the building, everywhere, and it's my job to keep a steady eye on them, all of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these two? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how'd you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you going to do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Okay, I think we're done. So So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron Delight was an employee here, and naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron Delight was fired, and there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. So not quit, fired. Okay. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. Security guard. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business, but I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. Alright, the night of the crime. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? It's just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm done. Did I read that right? Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anything to do with Larry is just fucking boring as shit. Anyway, the point is that you were here that night, right? Great. Awesome. Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? It looks like I'm going to have to break his psyche locks after all. Hey Larry, this is something I want you to look at. Hey Nick, I told you I'm a pro, and when you don't interrupt a pro when he's working, I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright? Oh, is that right? Oh, naturally I've got time for you though, Maya. We're going to have to squeeze this guy if we want to get an intro out of him, huh? Okay, well, will Maya do it now? Nope, okay. Okay, I kind of feel like we don't have it, but let's try. The night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What, huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go to see Miss Delight? Ah, but that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is the button. Phew. I was scared for a minute. Larry seems pretty relieved. Oh, okay, it's not the button then. Alright. I tell you I'm not relieved. I'll even get you 70 cents. I'm gonna break the psyche locks the last thing I do. What's with that baby who had his favorite toy taken away from him? Look on your face. Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or just pulling my chain? The evidence that okay, so what evidence do we have? I guess we don't have it because maybe the time of death? If it's not the button. Do we have that guy in the profiles now? That's why this one's sensitive. Let's try this. No, we don't have it. Okay. Don't even have evidence yet. Should investigate. Alright. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay, can we go and see Ron now? No, still no. Discard monitors the visitor's room. Let's see, he doesn't know what to do right now. Okay. Alright, it looks like we're gonna have to just show everything to everyone and see if we get anything new. Fuck, I hate doing this shit. Success, I got an idea. When you review the whole poster, you could put something like voted best treasure exhibit by Mask to Mask. Why my, that's a fantastic idea. I hired Detective Atme for security before we even received a calling card. I suppose that was a mistake. Atme, I mean, Mask to Mask. He sent a calling card to the very exhibit he was hard to guard. I wonder if it was because he knew it would be easy to steal. Yes, but he should have also known that he could easily become a suspect. I thought the whole exhibit would be brightened up by something shiny and gold. That's why I went to the trouble of borrowing it from a branch family training hall. The gold statue is totally cool in my book. It arrived rather late, so I thought I wouldn't be able to put it on display. By the way, it looks like the statue was moved on the night of the theft. Do you know anything about that? Huh? No, it certainly wasn't me that moved it. Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? Security camera was provided by Lord Lee Taylor department store. It took a close look at on the day of the theft. The timestamp on the photo is definitely real. Okay, security camera photo. Alright, same shit. Alright. Detective Atme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief, but that was obviously a lie. Because it turned out that Atme was the real thief, and it's still hard to believe. It looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have a complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it for you so you never knew it was bent in the first place. Kind of like how you fixed the urn. Ooh, please be gentle with it. Okay, so, yeah, you don't know anything about that. You don't know anything about that. You don't know anything about that. Sorry, this is tedious, but sometimes it's unexpected what you have to show. Okay, I don't think we have anything to show about the urn to her. I mean, I'm a little nervous about that, considering that we don't have anything new already. But oh well. Okay. All right. What do you think about this, Maya? I'm glad we got the secret urn back and all, so how come you don't look any happier? Why should I? I don't know if it should say Amy or I am on it anymore. And now it's got big pink polka dots on it that weren't there before. Don't you think you're just overreacting? Just a little overreacting. Nick, I can't believe you said that. I mean, it's like I got it. It's like I came in wearing polka dots on my acolyte costume every day and said, "Hi, Nick. I am. Well." Do you still think it's no big deal? I guess it would be a real disaster. You see, that's how I feel. Nice. So this was made by the real Mask to Mask. Yet Detective Gumshoe said it was the real thing. Well, look at this mark and you know it's the real deal, pal. Yep. But you do realize whose deductive reasoning skills we're talking about, right? You know, even I didn't know the statue existed until a little while ago. Didn't Adrian say it's from a Fay Branch family's training hall or something? Yes, there are actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country, hidden away deep in desolate mountains. Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? According to this data, the thief showed up at the basement warehouse at 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Yeah, but remember, this data came from Atme. For all we know, he might have somehow tampered with it. But then, what about this photo? It's got the time on it too. Yeah, and the security camera belonged to Lord Taylor, and we couldn't have tampered with the photo's timestamp to show the wrong time. I guess that means this data is accurate after all. But then there was that weird detail about him writing the program for it. So the Mask to Mask in this photo is Detective Atme in disguise, huh? It looks that way. Atme knew there was a security camera set up in the basement, so I'm guessing this photo is probably a part of his elaborate plan. Still bent, isn't it? Detective Atme said it got bent when the thief hit him on the head with it. Well, it looks like he ended up the bent one after he turned out to be the thief. Got him! He must have damaged to sort himself the back of his phony story. Yeah, I guess he really does have a brawny mind, huh? So Mr. Delight was being blackmailed, huh? So by the CEO of the security company he used to work for. Yeah, it looks like it. Sounds like we still need to do some more poking around. You better watch yourself and not do anything naughty either, Nick. What was that a threat? Is she trying to blackmail me now? This was found in the building where the crime took place on the very night of the murder, and according to the time record on the key card inside, yeah, it was used right around the time of the murder. Doesn't sound very good, huh? Okay, that's the same thing. Alright. So Detective Atme was mask to mask after all, huh? I guess so. After all, he did admit it. Yeah, yes, but Delight still hasn't changed his tune. He's still claiming that he's the real mask to mask. You don't think he's just saying that to avoid the murder charge, do you? I'm not sure. Nah. This was found on the floor of the basement warehouse, so does that mean Detective Atme put it there himself? That's the only explanation I can think of. I guess he wanted to make sure it looked like he'd struggled with the thief that night. What do you think about this? Seems like it's something to do with the case. Alright. So this is her default. Okay, is there anything to do here? I feel like I've missed a whole conversation with someone. Did she have a lie? See, we take a look at this. No, she didn't. Okay. So you got your secret urn back. Well, I have you to thank for that, Miss Delight, and I'm sorry. Huh? What are you sorry about, I think? Because I mistakenly blamed your husband for taking it. I told you tonight my Ronnie could never do such a thing. So what do you know about this? No, you can't show that to her, Nick. Really? We can't? Still? Even after yesterday? Or earlier today? You know about this? Oh, is that the letter addressed to my Ronnie? Sorry, but I hate it when people poke their noses into other people's business. It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know about it, which means she has no idea that her husband is being blackmailed. Dude, it's Ronnie's wallet. It was found at KB Security on the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out to dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then, so it's true then he must have dropped it at the crime scene. I know what that is. That's one of those key cards from Ronnie's company. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've seen one. That's probably because Ron doesn't work there anymore. So this is mask to mask, huh? I wonder what kind of house he lives in. Who knows, maybe it's exactly like this house. Haha, you're so funny sometimes, Nicky boy. But if I was the famous thief, I'd live in a great, big, gorgeous mansion. I'll be sure to tell that to your husband. Okay, I doubt she knows anything about this shit, but, you know. Okay. So maybe we do have the evidence to break through one of the psyche locks, and I just didn't do the right one. So no idea why Mask to Mask would go after a broken old pot like Blair. I mean, this tasteful old family heirloom. Good point. Why go after a worthless piece of junk like Laura? I mean, worthless in a good way. I mean, this is first for the guy Adrian Andrews hired at me as security before the calling card even came. I wonder if that has anything to do with how things played out. Remember, don't tell anyone about that envelope, okay, pal? Does the thief ever send these to the police? No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking to help, though. That's not what happened this time, you mean? You got that right, pal. Listen up. If you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me? Yeah, sure. Thief in the photo taken by the security camera is missing his brooch. Yep, the thing is, there's no evidence that the photo was tampered with. It was definitely taken at 12:58 a.m. I turned the tables at the trial today with the mystery of this missing brooch. I wonder if there's something more to this missing piece of costume jewelry. Thief in the photo taken. Okay, same shit. Shit. So Detective Atme wasn't hit in the back of the head after all. That's right, because he was the real thief. He wanted it to look like he was knocked out, so he bent it on purpose. I'd stake my reputation on it. God, what kind of creep would ruin an antique for that? About this blackmail letter, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. This is proof that Ron Delight was here at the crime scene when the murder happened. His wallet and this key card, huh? I think we need to ask Mr. Delight some more things about those two things. Okay. Oh, is it that... Larry found the wallet at the time that he should have been in a security booth, maybe? I don't know. Maybe, he could have been on patrol. Like, maybe he doesn't go on patrol. Maybe that's all he does. Let's go and try that. This is proof that Ron Delight's used the crime scene when the murder happened. His wallet and this piece of shit, same thing. we did those two already. Okay. Okay, let's just go for it. Let's not show him everything like we just did. Let's just go for it. I guess we should do that if we don't get any good information out of him here. Assuming that is the answer. It feels correct, though. This wallet, you know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar, you hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break, you can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Well, I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this. Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Because of the key card, right? Larry, when you use this keycard, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way. Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh, Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah, no. Okay, so what info are we gonna get from you? Unlock successful. Night of the crime. Oh, I knew it. It was all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away, so I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So, is that why you left the security guard office? Well, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? Wahaha. He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Oh boy, Nick. Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will, Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information out of him. Nick. Alright, so now he'll look at this shit? Alright, look at this shit for me, Larry. I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. Alright, what is it, Nick? It's just he seems so, I don't know, pleasant. Pleasant boy. Alright, so this is the default. Alright, time to go through all the shit. Alright, what about the button? The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right, just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come right to your rescue, like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks, I tried. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Cool. Shit, it's too much work for me making plans or anything. I'd rather just pull a dime and dash at a burger joint. Burgers? I love burgers too. Really? Well, how about it? Want to go on a burger date tonight? At least pay for the food because I'm not defending you again. Nice. So was the card that was used to the culprit that night? Well, going off the serial number, yes, this card was used to open CEO's office door at 1 in the morning. Your client had this card right, then it's a no-brainer. He's the killer, man. Nah. That's the wallet I found. You found it when you snuck out of work to get socked in the kisser, right? I didn't sneak out of work to get socked in the kisser. If only I had been more responsible at work, I might have spotted the murderer on the monitor like I was supposed to. Larry, you really do feel bad, don't you? Yeah, well, what a stand-up guy. Maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Bessie and I closer together. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. You gotta see that old water glass is half full. Am I right? Now he's starting to sound like the Larry I know. Don't forget, Nick, half full. So what about this, huh? Maya, you shouldn't have a love letter for me. No, sorry, this is a blackmail letter. What? How'd you know about that, Maya? Huh? How much is Alexis demanding this time? Huh? Who is this Alexis? Didn't we show him this letter yesterday too? I'm pretty sure we did. He's not gonna know anything about the sword, right? New person kind of see the appeal. Hey, God, what do we do? Oh shit, he did. I think he could actually learn like the snood, learn to like the snood Larry. Yeah, but he still hasn't told us anything. I don't give a shit about Larry. Sorry. Anything to do with Larry, I'm just fucking like check the fuck out. Sweet Crane's greatest treasures. Yeah, okay, so this is it. So we've shown everything to everyone that we could show. Okay, so now we talk to him, and then that's it. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. My God, it went off! What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like... Whoa! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. That's when the murder happened. 1 a.m. That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Buzzer record added to the court record. 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office. Alright, that was like 2 minutes after the key card was used? Holy shit. You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know? What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record, huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Okay, so I'm guessing we can go show this to Gumshoe, or Ron is going to be in the interrogation room now. Detective Gumshoe about this right here. Sorry, okay, so you're done. You're done? No. Well, shit. Okay, maybe I do have something to show. Whatchamacallit. Okay, I don't think you're gonna have anything to do with this, but just in case. Alright, let's save it. The Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn was submitted before today. It's obviously not the same as urns before. Well, that's untrue. Maybe it's the same as it could be a fake. A fake, you're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the Tar was genuine? Okay, so, no, maybe, no. Well, I mean, like at a stretch, maybe. No. Okay, no, I don't think so. We tried this already, the picture of it. I'm guessing we have to go do something else and get Ronnie back at the at the detention center, and then we come here with information Ronnie gets us, and then we do this. Let's try it. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Oh, I guess we have these. No. Okay, we didn't show those to people. Yay. I'm sorry, I don't know as people used to. Okay, I doubt she's gonna know anything. So that Amy was actually Mask the Mask. She really seems depressed. Can't say I blame her. She's the one who hired the fox to guard the hen house. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I don't think she's gonna know. Let's go back. I guess we have to go talk to Larry about the guy who died. CEO of our company is a pretty good guy. Really? Yeah, you bet. You know how I'm not very good about working hard, right? Yeah, I kind of noticed. Well, guess what the boss said to me about that? I don't expect much work from you, Larry. In return, just don't expect much pay. I see. I guess he had to follow some kind of dumb law about having security here in the building, so in order to pay the lowest wage possible, he went to the bottom of the barrel. To be honest, I really looked up to the boss. If I ever grow up to be a CEO, I want to be just like him. And don't worry, Nick. I promise I'll hire you for security. Oh, okay, well that was fucking nothing. I'm sorry, Nick. Doesn't know anything about that. Alright, well, what about yourself? I'm 25 now. It's about time I started giving some serious thought to my life. Good. That's the way to be. What exactly are you thinking about, though? Well, you know, my future, my dreams. Larry, when exactly does this future of yours start? A man's life begins at 30. That's my theory anyway. I figure out another 5 years of guilt-free screw-ups before I have to buckle down. Larry, I think, forget it. We're just gonna have to have a nice long talk next time. Whoa, who is this? Come on, man, don't hold out on me. Forget about it, you don't need to know, and I'm not telling you. Hey now, I thought we were pals. I got a major thing for girls with black sleeveless shirts and glasses. How do you know that? And if they have an orange-colored memo pad, I really lose my cool. He has to be making that up. He can't really know Adrian, can he? That Desi's one awesome lady, alright. It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. Alright, we did this. I remember that one. Okay, just know that. Fuck! Alright. Oh, this guy's a detective? He was here before drilling me with a ton of questions. Really? Like, what did he ask? Let's see, I can't remember. Huh? Well, you know, just a bunch of boring stuff, poor Detective Gumshoe. I'm really sorry, Nick. Okay. Yep. Seeing her makes me remember how important it is to stay young at heart. Even when you grow up, you gotta keep the part of your heart that's still pure. You're so right about that. I'm impressed that you can still think like that, Larry. After all, you went through some pretty tough times as a kid. Huh? I did? Something tells me it's more about self-induced amnesia than having a pure heart. Okay, I don't think we need to show. Maybe he'll say something funny if we show, Mia. Hey, I remember her. That's Maya's big sister. Wow, you really do remember. Yeah, who could forget? A couple of gorgeous sisters. Hubba hubba. You hear that, Nick? Gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's right. When I defended Larry, Mia was still alive. What do you think of me? You're 26 years old, right? Don't you think it's about time you took a long, hard look at your life? Sure. The only time you can really screw up and hope to recover from it is when you're young. Huh? Well, I guess so. Naturally, I'm not talking about you, Maya. You're already perfect. It's hard to imagine Larry not screwing up at any age. Okay, so that's it. Alright, so this was a fucking bust. Alright, so we talked to Gumshoe about this shit now? To the Gumshoe. tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard? That's Kane Bullard. It's not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Yeah, same actually. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now is our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Can you tell us some more info? Tell us some more about Mr. Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sent security teams out to the buildings, to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, huh? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah, oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask the Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive, so it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Okay. That's it? The guy's a real puzzle if you ask me. That shit. Why would I know something? Well, it sure sounded like you two knew each other from the way you acted today. It's Mr. Godot that acts like he knows Nick, not the other way around. Exactly. You'd think I'd remember someone like him. Yeah, it's weird. That's the most interesting thing about the game right now. They still say the whole thing's a bit suspect. What do you think about Larry? That's a gumshoe. What about this person? Doesn't care. I always knew there was something suspicious about this guy, and I was right. It turned out that the mask was really that ace detective in disguise. You really thought that? Huh? Of course. It's the stone-cold truth. Sooner or later, a guy like that always shows his true colors. Yeah, well, I think we saw a little too much of his colors today. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. I always knew some... Okay, same thing, yeah. Sure, no. Feel sorry for him. He's kind of a sad young guy. Yeah, he seems to have a habit of always getting arrested prematurely. Well, it's just my personal opinion, but I think the police should have investigated the whole thing more carefully. But weren't you the one that arrested him with a giant goofy smile on your face? Come on, we don't have time to start with that. Let's just leave it alone. Okay. Okay, now is he at the detention center? I really hate it when the investigations in these games do this. But maybe I'm just dumb. Okay, can I talk to you? No. Is he here now? Now he's here. Alright, October 13, Detention Center Visitors Room. Ah, Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight. Did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night, the sacred urn was stolen from Lord Lee Taylor department store. A blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask the Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. The trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. How'd he get his nose under the mask? Seriously, the night of the crime. So that night, you didn't go to Lord Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the key card to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. And then I saw a body, so I hit the button, and then nothing happened, so I just left. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone. It was the CEO. Alright, that looked like Atme. And then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe. What? Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building, so I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Why would you put him in the safe? Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Bessie. Please. Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Phew, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Bessie would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime, a criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least. At least that's what I thought anyway. So it became Mask to Mask for Desiree, huh? Alright. Time to show him everything. That's kind of strange. What is? Up until now, Mask to Mask has gone after famous works of art or treasures. Why did he suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want? Make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft. Well, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn. This calling card, did you send this? No, or that is, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I had other plans for that night already, so that's true. He did get that blackmail letter after all. What about Detective Atme? Could he be the one that sent it? It looks that way. I can't think of anyone else. Yeah. That night, because of the letter, I had no choice but to go to KB Security. Wow, this is cool. I'm really into this kind of stuff. Oh yeah? It's one of our most valuable treasures. If I ever get out of here, me and Desi will go to Lordly Taylor to check out the whole Treasures of Korean exhibit, and then I'll decide on to steal something. I'm okay, I guess. Just promise me you won't steal anything, okay? No promises. Oh, don't worry. We'll be going when I'm not on the job as Mask to Mask. Well, that's reassuring. What do you think about this? I don't really think that can help you. Okay. This photo, this has got to be the real Mask to Mask. I'm sure it is. I know Mask to Mask when I see him. Yes, but this isn't you, right, Mr. Delight? Well, no. I was at KB Security then. So then, I guess it really is Detective Atme after all. Well, this is really cool. I'm really into stuff. Okay, so same shit. Alright. So is this blackmail letter written by KB Security CEO Kane Bullard? I think so, probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a key card, and the blackmail letter said to be at KB Security. I guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then. Well, I was at KB Security at around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the key card, so this is when you dropped it. I'm sorry, I should have told you the truth earlier. Okay, so I'm guessing the key card is going to be the same thing. What are you still doing? Oh, it's not. We're doing the key card anyway. Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security? Of course I returned it. Don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter. With the blackmail letter? Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office. Not my office? Well, I guess I was implicated if it was ever found. Alright. Oh, I didn't know Mask to Mask had become so famous. Yeah, I actually bought this publicity photo. Really? Well, I'd be happy to sign it if you like. I'll even add behind bars. Yes, please, please. It looks like Ron has totally forgotten about what happened at the trial today, that he was declared not guilty of being mask to mask. What do you think about this? I don't really think that can... Okay, cool. That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it, it makes a terrible racket. Hee hee. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise. Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it or anything else for that matter. This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Mask to Mask stole, and that's the value of each item listed next to them. Well, $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Right. What do you think about this? Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But mask to mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my mask to mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? Hee hee, that's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping updated in the court record. Okay. How's that going to be important? But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the mask-to-mask disguise. That's interesting. Ah, yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? No, I really enjoyed it. Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? Letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Is it because we never asked? The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed. Ooh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got? No, of course not. Yeah, of course not. This is the first one I ever called me out to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Ammonon heist. So, is the number, is the values next to it how much you were blackmailed for each one, or? That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity, just like that? Ah, it's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up. It went on to say, so in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box, the letter specified, someone sent me 10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? Ron! What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heists wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was mask to mask after all, but someone else is behind the thefts, someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasure I stole into the safe deposit box. And then I just waited for the cash to come into the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of those plans too. Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you just told me the truth? Yes. But please don't tell Desi, okay? From Damask's second heist on, he was stealing this directed by the blackmail letter. I think I have like an idea of something, but like it's not formulated yet. Okay, Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe, but then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Well, that's the same thing that's going on with whoever killed fucking Kane. Same thing. And what a perfect alibi. I couldn't have killed them because look, I was fucking stealing this as mask to mask. So how did he fake that? Is she involved, or is she just here as a supporting character? Why would he want Kane dead? Mystic Maya. Hey, Pearly, I'm back. It was Pearl. Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to the Crane Village to have it examined, and it's not the right one. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Phew. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. The soul is gone. These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and they said they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Why do we not care that it said I am, and now it's Amy? Nick, you dumb. Yes, Mr. Nick, we got to find out how they got there. Okay, we'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Sacred urn refiled into the court record. Okay, now we can go back. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Oh, you know. Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. I thought for sure that the third game was going to have all those enhancement things that the last case in Ace Attorney 1 had. As janky as they were, and I feel like they were maybe used a little too much, they added something to the game. I'd rather do that kind of shit than doing fucking run around with all of the shit in the investigations. But the problem with the fifth case was that it made you do both. So like you had the shitty mini games and the shitty runaround. The shitty runaround is by far the worst part of the game. Like the trials are just so much better than the rest of it. It's so boring. Sacred Urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. Okay, we did all this already, so I guess it's just this. Yeah, we know it's real. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to the Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say, again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago, and now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? Well, because it looks different now. This one, right? This poster, it was made recently, right? Poster. Ah, the poster for the exhibit. Or exhibition. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am, on it, but now, for some mysterious reason, it says, Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. It wasn't even there when the photo was taken. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. Okay, that was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Ah, well, wait. Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not going to give up that last psyche lock so easily. Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? I mean, the pink, right? Pink. How do I see the pink? No, well, I mean, it's pink, but... Pink. I mean, I guess it's just the urn again, right? It's got pink splotches on it. Well, Miss Andrews, fuck! Excuse me, you're a softie at heart, aren't you? Okay, he's never heard of it. Shit. Well, how do I know what to say, I don't know how to say it. The wonderful thing that happens in these games. Well, I mean, did it leave? Okay, can't be that. 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 This could be those, could be that, and it could be this again, I think. That's right. No. Maybe we don't have it. Maybe we need to go look at the pink. Yep, okay. Present it to you actually and see. See, we got our secret urn back. That's really wonderful, but we're not entirely convinced it's the same urn. Miss Andrews, we want you to cooperate with us. Okay. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. Looks suspicious paint mark. The bottom left is a sharp elevation like pink. It's the same color as the paint splotches on the urn. So then the question is, what's the cause of the odd shape? Let's look around carefully, Mr. Nick. Okay, isn't it the box? Oh, the box is still here. Okay. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. I can't believe it's making us do this, and it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Urn box added to the court record. A wooden box that had the sacred urn on it has paint stains on it. Okay, so that's what we have to present. Alright. Does it save the block that's broken? It doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Why would it do that? Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean? This urn has these pretty little pink paint splotches on it. And there's some on the box the urn was stored in, too. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So, what does that prove? That the urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here in Lordly Taylor's basement warehouse. If I can prove that, it means that the urn was broken here too. So can you prove that? Can you prove that the box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? Okay, now is it the paint? Here? I don't know, that feels a little dicey to me. Hopefully it is. Let's try. Well, Miss Andrews, actually, are you feeling ill, Miss Wright? You've been getting enough sleep? Are you sure you haven't been working yourself too hard? Uh-oh, she's turning this thing around me now. We should take... Shit, it's not that. Okay. Mr. Nick, if you push yourself anymore, your soul will shatter. Please calm down. Alright. So now we have to start over from the beginning again. Alright. What is it then? A little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Paint marks added to the court record. Okay, alright. Alright. Round 3. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. There's pink paint splattered on the floor and walls of this basement warehouse, but there's an odd shape imprinted into a part of the paint stain, am I right? Why did no one clean the paint up? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Did it happen the night of the theft, maybe? Or what? Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urine was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Alright, so what happened? I'm so sorry, I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. Okay, so it didn't happen the night? Okay, let's see what she says. Okay. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance, the box I was carrying crashed into the ground. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. Oh, shit. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Crane Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when I Am got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Any sane person? Really? Aww. Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since. Why didn't you clean up the paint? Sacred urn updated in the court record. And then for 2 weeks I was like, nah, I don't need to clean up the paint. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. I'm just gonna move this golden statue on a cart in front of it. No one will know, fuck it. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it instead of cleaning it. The Amy face statue, aha. The first time we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. Does it? But there's still one thing I find strange. Is it that she didn't clean up the paint? What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. And at that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? Here I am thinking that like the box was moved ahead of time and was hidden behind the statue, and that this happened during like the altercation, and this is like proof and it's going to be evidence or whatever. But no, it's that she didn't clean up paint for 2 weeks. Okay. On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. The next day it was moved, but why? Carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime, moved again that night. If the statue only came the day of the crime, that means for like 13 days that paint was visible. Fucking hell! All right, it looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night the real thief, Ron DeLight, was at KB Security. So then, why did another mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact. One undeniable fact. The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but. It looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance to steal our hearts. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Okay, so we've been live for 3.5 hours. I could either go like super late to finish this, or we could end early, and I'm choosing to end early. So let me say thank you to any bits and subs that came in, and then we will stop, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Who is the last person that I said thank you to? Houston Moose, I think. Thank you, Mark Spam, for 21-month resub. Thank you, Dedurpius, for the 2-month resub. Thank you, Dragon555, for the 36-month resub. Welcome to the 3-year club. Thank you, John Umber, for the 22-month resub. Thank you, Bad Meister, for the 16-month resub. Isolated Space Fan for 1,300 bits. That's a lot of bits. Thank you so much. And Doc Danica01 for the 4-month resub. Thank you so much. And that's it. See you tomorrow. We'll do the trial tomorrow, and then we'll probably start the investigation of the next chapter. I'm guessing there are 4 chapters in this, so at the pace that we're going,